Now, given a question, find the quotient and the remainder of x power 4 minus 3x power 3 plus 9x squared minus 12x plus 27 is divided by x squared plus 5. How can you be able to do that question? I'm going to take you through step by step how to apply long division in order to arrive at this particular answer. And if you are new to Proflan YouTube channel, consider subscribing so that anytime I'm going to upload further tutorials, you'll be notified. Okay, so we shall start by writing how long division works. So I'll start by writing here the expression that we are given. This is actually x power 4. So what are we dividing this by? We're dividing this by x squared plus 5. But I'm not going to write x squared plus 5 because there are those powers that are missing. So I'll start by x squared plus 0x because that term is not there, so I need it. Then plus actually 5. So once we have this is now the steps we are going to follow in order to get all the marks. So which number do you need to multiply by x squared? What value are you going to multiply by x squared to get x power 4? What are you going to multiply by x squared to get x power 4? That is x raised to power 2. So meaning you need to multiply x power 2 to this in order to get to x power 4. So therefore we are going to say, all right, so I write it on my x squared, my x power 2, because it's x power 2, I will write it above where we have x power 2. There's no main reason as to why, but that is to make the examiner happy, right? So x squared times x squared is going to be x power 4. X squared times 0x, that's going to be plus 0x power 3. Are we together? Because there was no term here, so if I multiply this and this, I'm going to get 0x power 3. So, and this one times this, I'm going to get plus 5x squared. So once I have this, next I'm going to do what? Subtract. So subtracting x power 4 minus x power 4, here I'm going to get 0. If I subtract 3x cubed minus 0x cubed, I'm going to get minus. This one is going to be minus 3x cubed. If I subtract this, I'm going to get positive 4x squared. Now, since I'm having two terms here and I have three terms here, I'll have to force it to sit at this particular point. So we can say now our next term, because this is negative, what do we need to multiply this one to get negative 3x cubed? We are going to say that will be negative 3x. So negative 3x times x squared, I'm going to get negative 3x cubed. Negative 3x times 0x, I'm going to get negative 3x times 0x. We're going to get 0x squared. So we can say this is plus 0x squared. But negative 3x times 5, I'm going to get minus 15x, right? Once we are at this particular step, the next thing we're going to do is to subtract this, and we're going to say this is going to be like that. I'll subtract this, minus 3x cubed minus negative. This is going to be 0. And 4x squared minus 0x squared, we're going to get 4x squared. And negative 12 minus negative 15, that's going to be plus 3x. Then now, since we have two terms and then we have three terms, we are going to pull 27 down and it will sit comfortably at this given point. So which value do we need to multiply x squared to get 4x squared, that term is actually 4. So we are going to say 4 times x squared, we shall have 4x squared. 4 times 0x, we are going to get plus 0x. 4 times 5, we are going to get plus 20. Then if we subtract here, we are going to get this 0, this will be 3x, and this is going to be 7. So we are going to say that according to the question that we are being asked, what is the quotient and what is the remainder? We are going to say quotient is x squared minus 3x plus 4, and remainder in this case is going to be 3x plus 7. That is exactly what you are supposed to do in order to earn the 3 marks for this particular part. So you need to know how to apply long division, and also you need to be ready to do questions to do with remainder theorem and factor theorem.